corner next to that microphone. I'll just say hi to everybody. Your comments, questions, anything that's on your mind there in the text thread. And then lastly, I'm going to be using the screen on the stage up here behind me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a tool that allows me to show you all my laptop, my computer system. I'm going to run you through some different slides about the company. And some of you aren't going to be able to see this if you're standing in the back of the room. So what I'm going to do is give you a link to the site I'm using, and then you can just follow along using your own browser if you choose. I'll put that link in the text chat right now, and then all of you who can't see or the font and everything I'm showing on the screen behind me is too small, then you can use that link. I want to say welcome. If you are here today, you're either with EXP, affirming and reassuring why you are here at EXP, or you're a guest or a visitor because somebody knows you, cares about you enough and trusts you enough to bring you in and say, hey, take a look at the company. You know, here you might not see the same thing I saw, or you might see some different things of why you would want to join. But come tell me if I made a good decision with my career by coming to EXP Realty. So this is just an overview. It's just an introduction. There's no obligation. There's no commitment on anybody's part. I want to actually thank you folks for being open-minded to come in and see, is there anything else out there? Is there another model that might be better for your customer or for you in your personal life and business? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through a couple of slides. I want to make sure you all get a copy of these today, because these are the official slides produced and created by eXp Realty, that each of you gets a copy of the current updated slide today, because some of you might be watching videos from yesterday. You could be watching a video from 3 weeks ago or a webinar from 2 months ago. Folks, that information is stale. It's outdated. If it's as soon as last week, it's still outdated. A lot of the content that's out there about the company, it just doesn't have any shelf life, because we're not the same company tomorrow that we are today. And that's just, because of the ability we have to grow this company, which you'll see in just a moment. It is unprecedented. We're paving a path that no industry and no company has gone before. So what we're going to do today is just give you a quick overview of who we are. I want to show you the model that we have that is very unique, very unprecedented. Most are referring to it as disruptive. I want to show you this world that you're in right now. Not is it just unique to what we're doing right here today, but we're going to show you how we're changing the real world using this environment. We're going to show you some solutions to challenges we know you have in the business, and if you don't have them, they're coming, how we can remain sustainable through the future of the real estate business. And then lastly, if you want to continue your due diligence, you can. We'll show you how to go forward. But remember, these slides, don't leave the room before I give you a copy of these, because if anything changes today, it'll be reflected in these slides today. They are living, breathing, real-time, up-to-date, and current slides of eXp Realty. Only use these slides going forward if you don't mind. So how did we get here today? It came from one man's vision in a market that was very tough. Back in 2006, this young man, Glenn Sanford, was one of the top 50 teams and producers in all of Keller Williams internationally. His production led him to the top. He understood how to work, not just a lead or a prospect and customer. He knew how to build teams and create clients for life. Now he's creating agents for life because of his willingness to do what he did. In 2009, Glenn Sanford did not want the subprime lending and the foreclosure business and the bank-owned REO short sale world of the U.S. to take him and his agents down. He cared more about his agents enough to shut down the brick and mortar, the overhead and the operating costs. And he launched EXP into the cloud so that he could take better care of his agents, better care of himself. And he said this, and I quote, "I want to build a real estate company that I myself would want to go to work for." And he did. He built eXp Realty. Since then, Glenn has found hundreds and thousands of people around the world who share the vision but are passionate about achieving the mission of eXp Realty. You can see over the years the milestones. I'm not going to go through each of these, but in 2013, when eXp Realty became a publicly traded company, You could see more and more and more attraction, people aligning with Glenn, aligning with this cloud concept, this vision of being able to do it better, faster, quicker, easier, cheaper, more efficient, more effective, and arming our agents to be the most, valued agents in the world because of the products, the tools, the services, the support, the education that we could put underneath them to light them on fire. We're not talking about the 10%, folks, that do 90% of the business in the country. We're talking about taking the 10% that are now helping the 90%. Those numbers are changing at EXP. From 2013 to 2018, just last year, we were uplisted on the NASDAQ, getting us global awareness. And now the company has gone from when I met Glenn back in 2009 to 35 agents. There's a little video on YouTube you can go watch about EXP Realty, the virtual real estate brokerage, December 2009. And today, we are at over more than 17,000 agents. We are in all 50 U.S. states. We're in 3 provinces in Canada, and we're growing by the hundreds daily. The reason why we're having this explosive growth, you're going to see it's our model and why it's unique. But before we do that, I want you to take special note of this one slide, because at the end of this, I want to go back to this and say, while this agent count looks like a roller coaster ride to the top, and it's not stopping, it just keeps soaring almost straight up.
And it's Krista, and I'm going
on. I'll show you in production that these people represent more than just an agent count at EXP Realty. When it comes to helping people buy and sell their homes and invest in real estate, you're going to see some numbers that I hope will leave a huge impression on you today. And you're going to get to align yourself with the people doing this production. Our core values, man, I could spend an hour on just this slide. These are core values I'm proud to say are not just part of this company. They're part of the way we do business here inside this EXP world. These core values are also part of what shapes our company outside in the real world. You and I today, where we work, live, play. Whether you're laughing or crying, you have core values yourself. And I don't think there's any core value on this screen that you couldn't say, I'm proud to honor and enforce that value in my personal life. Community, reminding yourself not to be too serious and have some fun once in a while, being transparent with people. But what I love most about our core value is the sustainability of this model and the collaborative opportunity I have right here, right now with all of you. I believe there's no question I could ask right now in this auditorium that one of you hasn't experienced, or at least have an idea, a suggestion, even an answer or a solution to whatever challenge I'm facing in my life right now. And I believe that wholeheartedly, that somebody in this room will help by being a fellow shareholder. We collaborate, we don't compete. That's a huge, significant impact on the business model today. Why? Because in a cubicle, aren't you competing with the people you call your friendly competitors that work in the same building, same parking lot, same neighborhood, same clients? When you look at EXP's model, I want you to think of one thing. Who at the end of the day is it we are trying to help? Well, of course, we're trying to help people buy, sell, invest in real estate, relocate, right? We're a residential real estate brokerage. So when you look at the original real estate model and brokerage that was created in 1906 behind a horse and a buggy with no internet, no mobile device, why do you think it's the way it is? Well, here's what Glenn said. Glenn said, I want to look at this a little differently. Do you guys remember the travel agencies? I used to book my trips at Azevedo Travel in Concord, California. Azevedo Travel, I had to walk in there to get my hotel, my airfare, my rental car. They took care of everything, and I paid them a percentage to do that. And then all of a sudden, somebody came along, just like Glenn did one day, sitting down and said, you know what? I can do it faster, easier, cheaper, more efficiently, more effective, give the consumer a better price if I just didn't have to pay for all the overhead. So I'm going to launch a website called Expedia.com. And then comes Priceline and Kayak. And oh, wow, did they start something? So when you think about a cloud-based service, do you think about a travel agency? No, you don't. You think of companies like Netflix, Netflix came to Blockbuster and said, we got this idea. You want to buy us? Blockbuster said, you're crazy. It'll never work. Go away. We're not interested. Now, Netflix is consuming the consumer in the cloud, from the cloud, providing a great service. And Blockbuster has a museum left in Bend, Oregon. Amazon caught on to this when they said, you know what? We see the parking lots at the mall. We see the traffic. We see everybody holding their hand out their window saying, hey, you're number one. You're number one. And they thought maybe there's a better, faster, cheaper, quicker, more efficient, more effective way for consumers to get their goods. Hey, let's not only deliver it to them with a Prime membership, let's do it with a drone. Okay? So let me ask you, if Netflix can provide a better, faster, quicker service to the consumer with a movie, and Amazon can provide a better, faster service with your groceries, your gifts, your delivery of pretty much anything you ever want online and to your doorstep, then why can't EXP take the most valuable commodity in the world, the most expensive thing, and provide better service than anybody? Because we're just doing it from the cloud, faster, cheaper, easier, more efficiently, more effectively. But you know what? Our agents and brokers and shareholders make a whole lot more because of this cloud concept. What does a cloud brokerage do versus a franchise? First of all, there's no franchise fee. We're one big real estate company, EXP Realty International. That's it. Our parent company is EXP World Holdings. We're one big company. Your typical franchise usually has a franchise fee. There's going to be a royalty fee, a mapping fee, a this fee, a desk fee, a broker fee, a that fee. Folks, those fees start adding up, not to mention a very high, cap if you have a cap, and a very low commission split because they have that costly overhead. When you're confined box with 25, 50, 100 other agents, how much information do you really think those friendly competitors are going to help you when you're locally confined to that very small network of people? Is there any incentive for me to help you compete against me tonight for a listing so that you take the listing? Why would I do that to myself and my business? Which is what you're seeing in the typical brick and mortar franchises, not to mention how many people are sitting around in that office waiting, wanting, willing to help you right now. What most people find is when you walk into a real estate brokerage or office, there might be one or two people, if you're not unlocking the door, turning on the lights, right? Park your car, walk in there. The lights are off back at the broker's desk because the broker could be out today working, maybe playing golf, maybe on vacation, who knows? Who else is sitting around? Oh, there's Sally. Sally's on floor. Sally took floor today. She offered to sit in the office and answer the phones if they ring. And then we got the janitor, Wally, back there. And I think Steve might be back in the office. Steve's our tech support guy. He'll look at your iPhone. He'll look at your laptop. If he can't fix it, he sends it over to a computer shop down on the corner on Apple Drive. And folks, really, that whole model, that whole typical franchise, that whole concept, when you think about it, Glenn said, no, I'm going to level it to the ground like there was never a brokerage in the world ever. I'm going to level the model, the concept, the hierarchy, the whole thing, just level it to the ground, and I'm going to launch my business, and I'm going to put EXP Realty in the cloud, just like Netflix and Amazon and Expedia and everybody else who provides service from the cloud. But he's going to provide a cloud campus environment. Folks, we have an advantage now over Netflix and Amazon, unless they have a 3D world where they come and have their meetings. But look what we can provide using this environment right here, right now. By doing this, we don't have the overhead. No desk fee, you can work from any place in the world with a connection. By coming into this environment, I can give you way more training than I can by sending Tony Robbins to your Coliseum. Okay? So in here, we do 30, 40, it's soon to be over 100 hours a week of live training and real-time support from the 375 to 420 people at any given time, full-time staff right here. That's real-time support in any department you can imagine. Having access to the people sitting next to you, to your left right now, and to the right in front of you, turn around, look behind you. Do you know who that is? Do you have any idea who that agent is? You could be sitting next to Glenn Sanford right now and not even know it. You can be sitting next to Jay Kinder or Brent Gove. Thousands of transactions, years of experience, knowledge that you would just die to have. And you're sitting right next to them. That international collaboration is untouchable. You can't put a price on that. You can't put a value on it, but what I'll give you is an analogy. We got an open mic. Someone has a mic open.
Sorry about that, Brad.
That's okay. No worries. So here's the thing. When you think of international collaboration, why do you think so many people pay thousands of dollars to go to the NAR convention? They pay for their airfare. They pay for the ticket for the event. Seriously, think about why you would want to go, obviously to see people and connect and rub elbows, right, and learn and grow. But think about it. You're spending thousands of dollars to go rub elbows with the very people you're sitting next to right here, right now. And how much did it cost you to get in here today? That is a collaborative opportunity. People pay thousands of dollars to fly to Inman Connect in San Francisco or in New York every single year. I've been going for years. And I know how much it costs. It's in my backyard, and I still know how much it costs me. So when you think about collaboration and going to an event, it's to what? It's to learn, share, connect, collaborate, and grow, hopefully succeed. And you add on top of that the ability to have equity in a company that you now work not at or for, but as a shareholder, you have skin in the game here. We provide revenue share on every home sale that ever takes place in this company. We provide stock and equity opportunities. We're going to talk about those. Remember, having this environment where you've created your virtual assistant right now and you're sitting in this auditorium, this is a cloud campus environment. There is no gas fees. You get to work from anywhere in the world. You can come in here for any reason, anytime, anywhere, as long as you have that connection. And by us removing all of that overhead and operating costs, we can get you better products, tools, services. I can get you better technology. And the best part is we hire some of the best people on the planet to make sure you're using these products, tools, and services successfully. We don't just hand you these things and say, good luck, have fun, hope you do well, bye-bye. No, we give you the training, the education, the live support until you can use these things successfully. Being a paperless, eco-friendly green agent and freeing you up to go out and help buyers and sellers and investors is really what eXp Realty is all about. It's creating an umbrella, so no matter how bad the storm gets out there for you, you've got somebody over you, looking out for you, taking care of you, and you own a piece of that rock. That is huge. And then the best part, in my opinion, is if I can tell you right now at eXp Realty, we have the resources, tools, and the people now where you can get the answer to any question you'll ever have for the rest of your life. You can get the solution to any challenge you will ever face for the rest of your existence. How can I say that? Gives me great peace of mind to look in the mirror at night and say to stand up in front of 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, or all 1 million agents at the National Association and tell them that yes, at eXp I can show you and prove it beyond the shadow of a doubt that I can get you the answer to any question and the solution to any problem that you'll ever face in this company. Anytime, anywhere. I don't know many people willing to take on that challenge. And I'll do that with all of you today. Challenge me and I will show you that we do have that. And it's not through just the live training, 20, 30, 40, soon to be 100 hours plus of live training every single week. These are products, tools, services, but this is also support people. These are also top producing panels, mastermind, workshops. If you're interested in seeing just a touch of what we do publicly, go to expcloud.com. There's a calendar right there. You're going to see some of the Canadian classes we're doing, some of the training we're doing for US. And folks, there's a whole lot of stuff not even on that calendar going on right outside those doors behind you right now. Having real-time support to an accounting question, to an addendum, to a broker, to a brokerage operations, to a human resources department, to a tech support outpost, to a transaction manager, to anybody in the company, including human resources and our CEO and founder, we have them all here Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific. That's 9 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. And they're right outside the doors behind you. Folks, I hope you'll take the tour today. You can see, not just look at the slides, but I'm going to invite you as my guest to take our tour at the end of this session. I think you will be blown away by the different departments and the caliber and quality of staff we have at eXp Realty that's here standing, sitting, waiting, wherever they are, in whatever department, wanting, willing, able to help you with any facet or aspect of your entire real estate business here at eXp Realty. That is powerful. And when I mentioned collaboration earlier, my favorite demonstration would be is if you're all willing to do this for me to prove the point. I'll show you where we get our questions and solutions or answers and solutions. But right now, if you would all do me a favor, we got 40 or 50 people here in the room right now. Could you do me a favor and just tell everybody in the text chat, just down here in the lower left corner by the mic, just type in what city and state you're in right now listening to me talk about eXp Realty. I'm in a little city called Boulder Creek, California. It's in Santa Cruz County. Thanks to many of you and eXp Realty, I get to be here on a beautiful property and a beautiful cabin, beautiful home, beautiful family, beautiful life, living the dream. Thank you again, eXp, and many of you I see in the room right now. Thank you for all you've done to help our company grow. But if you're not seeing this text chat right now, what you should be seeing is some people typing in some cities. The fact that I got 10% of 5% of you to participate. But imagine right now if Anisha would send Ellen, or Mariah wanted to send Joe, or Tracy wanted to send Arnold some referral business. You could do it right here in this room. There's 62 people right now that if I knew what city and state you were in, I might connect with you right here and right now and say, Ellen Walker, I have a friend in Akron, Ohio, and I have my sellers leaving California, and they're coming to Ohio. Can I refer them to you? Will you find them a home? And if you do, would you send me a 25% referral fee? And I guarantee you, Ellen Walker, it doesn't matter what company Ellen's even with, she would say, of course I will. I'll be happy to take care of your customers. So the fact that we can collaborate together in this room, I don't see anybody else in Boulder Creek. Is there anybody keeping it weird in Austin? Love it, Tina. Keep it weird. I love that. Who knows someone moving to Alaska? Ken, you must be in Anchorage. So do you understand what I'm saying right now? If I gave every one of you my best kept secret in the whole world, guaranteed to get you at least 20 deals a year, and I shared that with you now, how would that hurt me? You're in Akron, Ohio. You're in Incline Village, Nevada. No skiing probably. You're in Katy, Texas, Charleston. Folks, right now, we have a good representation of the whole U.S. Tell me right now, where else in the world are there 60 people in the real estate industry that represent this portion of the United States and Canada and abroad that have as much experience as you have in this room? Go ahead. Tell me how many years you've been in the business. Just give me a number. Type it. 35, and I'm proud of that. I've learned a lot from all of you in those 35. I haven't learned anything on my own. Okay, so 3 people participated. Come on, there's 59 of you in the room. Let's see what you got. How long have you been in the real estate business? If you put a 0, I love you. It means you don't have any bad habits. You don't do anything wrong. We can help you become very successful. Nothing is in your way. So, Ellen, good job. Here's my point. When I say collaboration, do you realize that the 60 people you're sitting next to right now represent this map on this screen? And do you see how easy it is for any one of you to talk to any one of you? How easy it is to connect with other like-minded real estate professionals just like you? The difference here at eXp Realty is we're all shareholders. We all help each other. We're not competing against each other. We're helping each other grow. And as we help each other grow, we learn from each other. I dare you. I dare any one of you in this room right now to ask a question in that text chat box. And I guarantee you somebody in this room, if not 5 or 10 or all 50, will respond with an answer. That's collaboration you're not going to find anywhere else in any other brokerage, any other industry, any other model. On top of having a very high commission here at eXp Realty with a very low cap, you also earn shares of stock by just existing, breathing, and helping your customers buy and sell homes. For example, we have what's called our sustainable equity plan. So you join eXp Realty. Many of you are already with the company. You close your first transaction. You get shares of stock. The company just issues you equity into the company. You get this sustainable equity program. They're going to give you shares of stock in your first closing. They're going to give you shares of stock when you cap and go to 100% commission. Wait a minute. Aren't you just out helping people buy and sell homes? Yes. And the company is making you a shareholder. They're giving you skin in the game. You're not just going to work for your employer. You are your employer. You're the boss of you. And so every time you go out and you try to help somebody buy and sell and you progress and grow and succeed, the company's rewarding you for doing what you went out and got a license to do anyway. It's just help people buy and sell homes. So you earn shares of stock on your first closing. You earn shares of stock when you go to a capping status, 100% commission. Every agent, everybody in the company gets that opportunity, go to 100% commission, the very low cap. And then every person that you go out and care about, that you tell your story and you show them this model or these slides, and they join this company, you get shares of stock for each and every person, not to mention revenue share, and we'll talk about that. There is also what we call our agent equity program, where you can purchase company stock using your closing. You can take your commission and you can take up to 5% of that commission, and you can buy company stock at a 20% discount. Another program we have is right there in the middle, says Icon Agent. This is where when you pay in your $16K, that's the cap at eXp Realty. After you've done your cap and you've paid in that $16K over however many transactions that looks like in your market, you go to 100% commission, right? Well, after that, once you become an icon, which means you meet at the next level of production and cultural award or achievement, once you reach that level of icon agent, now you get your $16K that you paid in as a cap. The company will give that back to you in the way of company stock once you reach that achievement icon agent. We just had, a few great icons up here just moments ago. Priceless information. The people stood up here and answered questions. They share their best kept secrets. I know people would pay money and fly on a plane to sit in an auditorium somewhere to see the same thing that just took place here 30 minutes ago. Seriously, and we do it every Friday. We have, I guess you could call it the NAR convention, Inman News, RE Bar Camp. But we do this all day, every day, right behind you outside those doors. So we don't have to travel to a big event, a big venue, a big coliseum. We don't have to do a lot of the different things that some of these other brokerages and models are doing. And look, while we're out helping people buy and sell homes, we're earning equity in our own company. This starts looking more towards a retirement plan that's realistic and practical, and an exit strategy that you could actually use. Unless you're locked in on flipping homes till you're 90 and being a landlord till you're 100, a lot of agents are saying, well, this is an opportunity beyond just going out and help people buy and sell homes. I can actually build a retirement plan and some type of an exit strategy, knowing that each and every year, look what I'm investing into myself. I'm the boss of me. I'm the CEO. Folks, it's up to you to do what you want to do for your business, your clients. But what about you personally? What about you and your family? What about the family that's the future of your family? So this equity opportunity to be part of the sustainable equity, the Icon Agent program, and even the purchase program, these are valuable opportunities. And in most cases, I don't know how to put, they say always share your best value proposition. This is a no-brainer to me. We have our own agent advisory council. These guys all have an open door policy. Whether you're with EXP or not, you can reach out to anybody in our agent advisory council. You'll find them listed and located, and the details about our council is on our parent company, expworldholdings.com. But you can meet and greet each one of these people. There's a bio. There's a way to reach them. You'll see even Gene Frederick in the upper right corner. Gene Frederick is actually on our board of directors for eXp World Holdings, the parent company of eXp Realty. If you guys go to expworldholdings.com, you can see all of our SEC filings, our financial, our executive board of directors, our executive leadership team, our agent advisory council. All the financial stuff is all on our parent company, expworldholdings.com. There's another financial opportunity that's taking place as we speak right here, right now. Some of those icon agents can tell you about this. It's the revenue share program. When Glenn built EXP, he said one thing. Remember, I said he wanted to build a real estate company that he himself would want to go to work for. This is something I want to put a really fine point on. And because most people don't present it this way or think about it this way, but when you get your commission split, the very first time you sold a home, what was your first thought? Whether you were on a 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, doesn't matter. You paid your broker split, you paid your fees, your dues, your costs, and there you are with your check. What is the first thing you did with your check? Can I tell you something about this guy, Glenn Sanford? He's not just my sponsor, and he's not just the CEO of this company. I will and always will consider him a personal friend because I've known him since he launched EXP, and I've been at his side since, and I'm getting to witness this company grow since. But I will tell you, he is one of the most selfless, unselfish individuals I've ever met, because here's what he said he was going to do with his cut. As the broker of a company, and I don't know anybody that does this, I'm just saying, he gives you your split, right? Your 80%, there you go. And he takes his 20%. And you know what he does? The first thing he does with it? He takes 3.5% right out of the company's cut, and he gives it back to you, or you, or you. One of you sitting here in this room. Maybe there's a person next to you. It's called revenue share. Let me explain the difference between revenue share and profit share, and hopefully when you walk out of here, you'll never call us a pyramid. You'll never refer to EXP as an MLM. We're nothing like that. What we are is a publicly traded company. We have to dot every I and cross every T to remain in that capacity. So think about what I'm telling you right now. All Glenn Sanford did and EXP Realty does is take 3.5% out of the company split and every home sale in this company, and they give it back to one of you. It's that simple. Now, profit share would mean if we gave you 3.5% off of the profit, that would mean we would go pay all the bills, the water, the gas, electricity, carpet cleaner, janitor. We pay for the fax toner, the magazine subscription. We buy a new couch for the lobby, get the hardwood floors polished. And then if there's anything left after we pay the janitor, we'll give you 3.5%. That's called profit sharing. Many brokerages have a profit share program. Many industries, many companies have a profit share. If we make a profit, Brad, we'll give you a piece of the pie. And the big word there is if. And the big reality is not many are making enough profit for you to benefit from a 3.5% profit. So how does this work? What? Wait a minute. You're telling me EXP Realty gives 3.5% out of their split back to the agents? Yes, that's what I'm telling you. So there you go. Debunked. No more myth. All we're doing is sharing the revenue share off the top of every sale of every home in this company back to the agents who are helping build this company. And when you think about it, it's genius, but who goes and takes 3.5% out of their cut and gives it back to someone else? I mean, that is just, to me, one of the most selfless, genius things to do, because in the long run, Glenn, he could have bought the Seattle Seahawks and a few Learjets, but he didn't. He's giving the money back to his people. If that doesn't prove that when he launched EXP Realty, here's a guy that cares about his people, I don't think anything will. Here's the bigger picture is if I go out and tell somebody about the company, and I do this a lot. I have about 130 people here at EXP because I've told them my story. They ask me, oh, what happened to you? I thought you were at Zillow. And I tell them the story, right? I'm able to get as many people as I want to share my story because I'm not recruiting. I'm not doing anything other than telling them, oh, no, I'm not there anymore. Well, where did you go? Well, I went to EXP Realty. Well, why would you go there? Well, can I show you? And they look at these slides. So here's my first friend I call up. I'll just use any agent. I'll use my friend Fred Flintstone. I call Fred. Fred, I'm no longer there. He says, what are you doing? I said, I'm over at EXP. He said, Brad, why would you go to EXP? I bring him in here. I showed him these slides. He said, I want in. How do I get in on this? So Fred joins the company. Fred goes back to his old boss and he sells him a house. Why? Because Fred doesn't work at the rock place anymore. And so he sells Mr. Slade a home. Check this out. When that deal closes, Fred gets his 80-20 split. The company takes the 20%. They give me 3.5% right out of Fred's transaction, right out of the company split. Not out of the agent's split, not out of Fred's commission, but out of the EXP's commission. So wait a minute, Fred's at Bedrock, I'm in California. All I did was tell him my story and show him the company. He decided to join the company, and I'm collecting revenue share from his production. Every time he sells a home, I will get 3.5% commission off the company's cut until Fred caps. Now listen, if Fred goes to 100% commission, there is nothing left to sell. But when he goes to 100% commission, I will have received about $2,800 at the point he caps. And for every person I go out and tell my story and show the model, I'm making up to $2,800 every time they cap. And this goes on each and every year for the rest of our lives. So you can see that in addition to having a nice high commission split with a very low cap, having access to the people sitting around you right now, getting stock for going out and just doing what you got a license to do anyway, and now being able to share revenue around the country and Canada with other people you know, love, and trust. And at last, folks, this is a whole different model. And if you're thinking it's disruptive, it is. Hopefully that's why you're here. Now, what if my friend Fred goes and tells a neighbor who I didn't even know he lived next to, and apparently his friend, some guy named Barney, has a real estate license. Fred tells Barney, Barney joins EXP. Now Barney sells a house. Who gets the 3.5% off of Barney's transactions? Well, Fred does. Fred's going to get 3.5% off of Barney's transaction. I don't know Barney. Fred's the one who invited him to EXP Realty. He decided to join. But check this out. Because I've told a few other friends of mine, we have what's called this cascading revenue share, where in addition to Fred, I went out and I told Larry, Mo, Curly, and Shep. They're my other wacko buddies, right? And I told them about what I was doing, and they said, this is great. You know, we sell thousands of homes a year, and they joined EXP Realty. So now when I go out, or when Fred sells a home, I will always get up to $2,800. I'll get 3.5% of everything Fred does permanently. He's in my first tier. But wait a minute, I told 4 other people. Well, they're still in my first tier too. So I'm getting $2,800 for every capping agent that I've told, which now means Larry, Mo, Curly, Shep, and Fred, all 5 of them. I'm getting 3.5% of each of them. You can see this starts adding up. Now, when Barney goes out and sells a house, watch. Fred gets the 3.5%, but I get 4% of what Barney does. That's about $3,200 off of Barney's production each year, and I don't even know Barney. Why is it I'm getting more on tier 2 for Barney? Well, because I've met the qualifications called cascading revenue, and I've met the qualifications that say if you sponsor personally 5 people into your revenue group and they're productive, you could be earning up to $2,800 from each of them, all 5. But for every person any of those 5 people now bring into the company, you will get 4% off each and every one of them. So when Shep goes and tells, Steve and Mary, and they both join, now I'm getting 4% from Barney. I'm getting 4% from these 2, and anybody that my tier 1 shares the company with. And folks, you can't stop this ball from rolling downhill. It just happens. In the process of people telling their story and showing this model, we have at one point over 100 agents a day we are onboarding into eXp Realty. We've had brokerages with over 100 agents come on board. We travel around. We're doing some pretty big launches. A lot of people are not just looking at eXp Realty anymore. They're actually moving their whole brokerages over to the company, because a lot of people see that there is financial opportunity behind just getting a commission split when you go out and help somebody sell a home. And not a lot of companies are willing to share the stock in the company. Not a lot of companies are willing to take off their top cut and say, I'll take out of my pocket and give back to you. And we'll just grow a little slower, but a little happier. And so this cascading revenue share, folks, goes 7 tiers. And so you can reach and unlock the maximum potential of the revenue share here, where I actually see people making more in revenue share than I know some of my top agents have ever made selling homes in real estate. Seriously. And it's not going up because they're doing anything different. They're helping people buy and sell homes, and in the process, they work with other agents. So again, I'm collecting maximum on tier 1 and tier 2 because I have 5 people in my first tier. But if I wanted to collect on tier 3, I would need to have 5 more people that I had brought into the company, not through recruiting or tracking, just by going out saying, I like these agents, they return their phone calls, they answer their phones, they're moral, they're ethical, they're top producing, they're high caliber, high quality people. I want to show them, I want to share with them what I'm doing with my life. And I'll tell you, people who come in here at that level and caliber look at this model and sign up immediately. Now, you have to go through a vetting process, obviously, but when you get to tier 7, and we have a few folks that are collecting maximum potential because they have a lot more than 40 people in their first tier. And when you have 40 people in your first tier at eXp Realty, and some of us have been here years, and I only have 130, but I'm telling you, that's just from talking to people. We don't recruit, we don't attract, and if somebody does, believe it, we send out the watchdogs because we want you to be able to make the decision if this is right for your clients, your business, but more importantly, your life, your family, your income, your future, beyond your future. What happens after you're gone? See, these are things people don't really think about because it's too far ahead. And most agents in this country think about, where do I get my next commission? Where do I get my next buyer, seller, or investor? When is my next pipeline closing? And we're trying to break that mold by saying, there's more to life than just going out and helping people buy and sell homes. We want to transform the experience for you as an agent so that you can go out and do the same thing we're trying to reach, which is the consumer. Folks, we want an EXP sign like Zillow has Zestimates. We want EXP for sale signs out there. We have some of the best people in the country, some of the top producing teams and agents in this organization today. And the reason we're able to transform the consumer's life and experience in buying and selling homes is because we're transforming your lives. We're making it able. We're giving you the tools necessary, the training, the top producing teams. You don't have to go pay to sit and watch a panel. They're in your backyard. They're in your pocket. They're in your iPhone and Android as a resource. How are we doing that? We're making you mobile. That's it. This one screen says it all. I could drop the mic and leave the building. We have completely removed the ball and chain from your ankle. That's it. No more leash and collar. No more you're confined to this or that idea or ideal or concept or no. Listen, if you ever had any older brothers or sisters, you heard this. I'm the boss of you. And I hated that. That was the one thing when mom and dad left, I'm the youngest of 5, and I hated that. I'm the boss of you. I ended up doing dishes, cleaning the garage, pulling the corn and the carrot. I mean, they make you work and stuff. And I hated being somebody telling me what to do. I wanted to run my life the way I wanted to run it. And that's what we've done. We've created our agents to be 100% eco-friendly, green, and mobile. That is the key. Where is your customer right now? Where is your prospect? Where is your spouse? Where are your children? Are we all connected? Man, that mobile box that you carry around is the global mobile solution to all things. It's what we all. You'll go back and get your phone before you'll get your purse or your wallet. That's just a fact. We are tied to the mobile world. But being mobile, being free to come in and get support, come into special training, come into a large meeting, learn from the best people in the industry. Just moments ago on this very stage, there isn't a community like that. There is no place in the world. So, folks, if I could just put a single sentence to elaborate what you're in right now, you are in the only existing 3D, fully immersive, high-tech, high-touch world that is not a virtual world in any industry anywhere on the planet. There is no other global conduit connecting real estate professionals anywhere else in the world. This is it. And it is EXP World. We have built a cloud community that I would say is as strong as the Amazon Netflix community relationships they've built with their customer. Folks, soon, agents won't have to worry about the company. Consumers are going to ask for eXp Realty agents. When the consumers see what we can do and that you can work anytime from anywhere and be there at their doorstep and not tied to something brick and mortar or some franchise or some models, rules, and regs. And folks, this is your life. It's your career. You're the boss of you. You're the CEO. I would love to show you this video, but I'm not going to do it today because as a guest, I want you to take the real tour. Instead of watching a video, walking around and learning who's what here and where what things go on, we're going to give you a live tour today, so don't leave before you take that tour. In addition to having an environment where we can come together, collaborate, grow, share, learn, and do all the things that we're doing now in this environment, we also have solutions because we have some of the best people, some of the best technology, some of the best products, tools, and services And these are included as part of you being a shareholder here. Number one, we built you a toolbox that has all things EXP in it. All your commissions, all your closings, all your documents, all your contacts, all of your equity shares that you've purchased, all of the sustainable equity you've been given by being an agent here, all your revenue share checks each month, and all people in your revenue share groups, all the products, tools, services. I'm telling you, this is a toolbox that nobody has. It's all life of EXP Realty right in this one mobile tool called EXP Enterprise. We give everybody SkySlope. We also give you the training on SkySlope. This is our transaction management system. So everybody in the company not only gets to use a system we provide for you, we give you the live training, the education, the support, and even the staff you can walk into and ask them questions about the program, about the transaction. We have the staff, we have the education, and we have the support systems in place to stand behind anything and everything we give to our agents and brokers. We will never hand you a product, tool, or service and say, good luck, have fun, bye-bye. When I said earlier that we have the answers to your questions, this room is an example. You can type your question right now. Any question, doesn't have to be real estate related. Maybe you have a cold. You want to know if somebody in this room can tell you how to clear your sinuses or whatever. Somebody has an open mic. If you can mute that mic, that would be great. We're not to the Q&A just yet. But this workplace that we have, when I said I have the answers to your questions and the solutions to your challenge for the rest of your days on this earth, I wasn't kidding. Facebook has allowed EXP Realty to have a subdomain of their website. Facebook.com. Have you guys ever heard of that one? Well, if you go to exprealty.facebook.com, you'll see what Facebook has done for us. We have our own workplace. Only EXP can see. You can't get in there. If you're a guest today, I'm sorry. You can't see what we're sharing, what we're giving to each other, questions that are being answered. But I can guarantee you right now, if you're sitting in this room, it's Friday, 10:49 a.m. Pacific Standard Time right now. If you went in and typed in a question to any one of the 1,000 groups we have over on the workplace with the experts at everything in those groups, there is not a question you can muster right here, right now, that before the end of this session, you'll have 5, 10, maybe 50 responses within moments. And you'd get to go through and look at all of those responses and suggestions and ideas and experiences and solutions. And you'd get to pick the 1, 2, or 3 that you think really would work best for your situation. Folks, there is no resource like that out there anywhere for anyone, as far as I know, in any industry. Being able to access 16, 17,000 other agents around the country and globe who do what you do and are experts at what they do in 1,000 groups, that's crazy access. And folks, you have access to that right from your mobile device 24/7, 365. Long after your avatar goes poof and your laptop closes and you're out in the world walking around, standing in the grocery store, anywhere in the world. This is how we stay connected, is on our workplace. We give everybody KV Core. You come to EXP Realty, you get KV Core. You can go to InsideRealEstate.com if you want to know more about KV Core. Currently have over 13,000 agents tied into this as their CRM and lead gen program. This is provided. It's an optional service. It's provided at no additional cost, just for you being a shareholder at EXP Realty. We also have our own marketing department, so you name it. Baseball caps, duffel bags, polo shirts, men's apparel, women's apparel, merchandise, we have it all. More importantly, and I love all that stuff, pens, paper, all that good, we have for sale signs, business cards, but we have a marketing center where you log in at your pace and you create anything and everything you could ever think of in marketing, and it's all online. It's all free until you start printing. If you print and mail out to your customers, and the farming, you have to pay for printing and postal. But other than that, man, this is the most comprehensive full-service marketing center I've ever seen, and I'm proud to say we built this with an outside organization that many of you probably know and have heard of. EXP is aligned with some great partners, some great companies. If you're doing your due diligence today and you're just checking us out to see who we are, what we're all about, please continue that due diligence. There is no obligation or commitment, but read the trends, read the market watch, go check out what Inman News is saying about EXP and what the NAR says. And I just did an interview last couple weeks ago with Riz Media regarding all of our agents and the production of the company and what they're seeing us, how the company has grown in production with a product called RPR and how it's helping agents do more business. So what I would say is continue your due diligence, and let me just break down the numbers so everybody can walk out of here with this slide or a copy of these slides and know exactly how much it costs, exactly how much money you're going to make, and exactly how the finances work at eXp Realty. Number one, we're not a franchise. No desk fee, no royalty fee, no franchise fee, no junk fee, no garbage fees. This is all we have. Everybody starts in a commission of 80-20 split. That's it. Some of the folks joining our company are just shocked at that because they've been on 50-50, 60-40s for the last 2-3 years with no room to cap, nowhere to get to the next level, so to speak. And so here at EXP, everybody's on the 80-20 split. When you close your transactions, you only have 2 fees. $25 broker review fee, a $40 E&O insurance or risk management fee, and that's it. By the way, that risk management fee, it caps at $500. Once you pay $500 in that year, you don't pay any more E&O insurance. And that's it. Those are the only 2 fees you pay on your 80-20 commission split. Once you pay in $16K, that 20% split, once that reaches $16K, you go to 100% commission for the remainder of that year. That's how easy it is for every agent in the country and Canada, and expanding, by the way, to go to 100% commission. Anyone can do this, and most will, because we'll provide you the training and support to help you cap here. When you look at the 100% commission now, let's say you close enough transactions, you paid in your $16K, your 100% commission, you do still pay the $25 broker review fee. You'll still pay the $40 E&O insurance unless you've capped on that. And now there will be a capped transaction fee of $250. And that's it. That's all of our fees, folks, on your commissions. The starting cost today is $99. They're going to charge an $85 a month tech fee. And that's it. That $85 a month tech fee includes your university fee. It includes your startup cost and your tech fee. It includes your all that one monthly fee. They used to have it broken down into 2. It's still the same amount. They're just putting it all together. So the only monthly fee is that $85 tech fee. And the startup fee is $149, but that does get you your cards. It's going to get you your folders. It's going to get you signed in on all the products, tools, and services we've shared, and a whole lot more that we haven't had time to cover today. But this is the slide, and this is full disclosure of all of our commission and cap and our operating and startup costs for anybody in the company. If you were to go price a franchise, I think you're going to be blown away at what it would cost to do that today. Remember earlier I showed you that slide looked like a roller coaster going to the top of the hill. It was green, said we had 17,000 agents. That agent count was huge. In 2017, year before last, because I haven't seen 2018 numbers, but I want to point out something extremely important because it is contrary to popular belief or even suggested things you're hearing from other companies out there about our organization. Is, oh yeah, agents are flocking to eXp Realty for all these variety of reasons. And I'll be honest with you, I could tell you why I joined this company. It will not be the same reason you would. The people who are in this room right now who joined this company would not be for the same reason I did. So it's really not true. But what I will say is that agent count that has soared and created an unprecedented, very disruptive impact on the real estate industry, those agents, that count put us in the number 7 for growth for total agent count out of the top mega 1,000 brokerages in North America today. Number 7. Just the count alone. What I'm really excited to share with you guys is not about the quantity of people at this company. And it's not about the quantity of employees who are out there working for you guys. It's not the quantity of agents all around the U.S. and Canada. It's the quality and the caliber of these agents that put us in the number 10 position for total closed number of transactions on sides for the entire year. And listen, out of 1,000 brokerages in North America, to be as new and as fast and as growing as eXp Realty is, to be number 23 in North America for total sales volume, I am doggone proud of that. I'm super proud of the quality and caliber of agent and shareholder we're drawing to our company because they truly are out there representing buyers and sellers and investors all across the country and Canada today. They're not sitting on some computer playing with an avatar. They're using that avatar to come in here to do what you're doing right now, which is to learn, connect, grow, and hopefully succeed faster, quicker, easier, more efficiently, more effectively. So if that's you today and you've seen enough, you're like, Brad, I'd like to know what I could do to do some more due diligence. I'd like to maybe think about it, or maybe I'm ready to go right now. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to give you these slides. When you get these slides, is you're going to go back to the person who told you about eXp Realty. That's it. You can talk to a million people all day long, but at the end of the day, I need you to go back to the person who invited you here, who told you their story, who asked you to come look at this presentation. You go back and tell them you either made a big mistake or I'm proud of you, you made a good choice going to that company. And then you can move on with your life. Now, if you're saying, but I'm interested, or I know people interested in eXp Realty, then ask that person, your sponsor, to send you a link to their careers page. It's typically going to be their first and last name, .exprealty.careers. So it's their first and last name followed by .exprealty.careers. They should know that because they took a pledge. And so go back to them, and here's why. There's 3 reasons you want to go back and get this link. Number 1, I promised you the slides. So as you scroll down the page, there's a lot of information I didn't have time to cover today because I only get you for an hour. But you'll see a lot more details and information about everything I shared. But right here are the slides. These are living, breathing, real-time slides. This is not the same slide I shared yesterday. The whole, every time something changes, you'll have it in this updated presentation. And for those of you in Canada, here's our Canadian presentation. We will be adding to your sponsors page this presentation in Spanish shortly. The second reason you want to go back to your sponsors page, excuse me, is right up here is their phone number. Should you have anything you want to ask them ever, anytime, anywhere, a week from now, a month from now, 5 years from now, you'll have their phone number available, or you can just click on this request more information to ask questions. Lastly, there is a button here where you could apply. That's just an application, folks. It's confidential. eXp will send you some information. It just starts a process. Remember, it doesn't mean you're joining the company. It just allows you to go through a vetting process. We'll see if we're right for you, and you get to see if you're right for us. I'm going to pop in here. There's going to be a world tour starting in 1 minute. I'm not sure if Amy popped in here to tell you guys about it. Yep, there she is. This is the tour I was telling you about earlier instead of showing you the video and those slides, which you can watch later. I would love for you to take her up on this offer. Go ahead, Amy.
Oh, thanks, Brad. Hi, everyone. Welcome. If you are interested in taking our fabulous world tour, and it is pretty fabulous, we are going to go around to all of the different departments here in the XP world, and I'll also introduce you to all of your tools and functions that you can take advantage of as an avatar within our world. So as soon as you're finished with your class here, you are just going to leave our auditorium. You're going to head down the ramp, and over towards the right, you're going to see a big privacy bubble. You're going to see me. I'm going to be inside, but my hand raised right above my head.
Okay, everybody. So you are, let's see here. Where are you? Where are you? I can't find you. That's the end of the presentation. And so if you've got any questions at all about what you've just watched, if you'd like to do more due diligence, find out more about this amazing company, just reach out to me and I will get you my link. I'll have a conversation with you and we'll go from there. And if you did attend this event and you did watch it, send me your email. I told you I'd send you a trip. And I do really hope that you do heavy consideration and due diligence into this company. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Stop, stop, stop.